This is my harbor, Richmond Brickyard Cove Marina in Richmond, California. And nice day, huh? It's been nice. It's usually is nice here in the summer. Anyway, this I don't know how many boats they have here. A lot. There's mine, right over there. It's called Tara. Yep, and it sank. Now, most of the YouTube videos you see about boats that sink, they sank out at sea, or they hit a reef. Oh no. This boat sank right here at the dock, and it was a disaster because my insurance company denied the claim. Anyway, we'll get more into that later, but first of all, I guess I got to tell you how it sank. Okay, so here we're a little closer. See, nice. Got a wind generator. It's really a nice boat. Got nice equipment. 28 foot. It's a Caliber. They're an East Coast boat. You don't see very many of them here on the West Coast. This is hull number 2 for this 28 footer. Yeah, it's a. Anyway, this is. Show you the stern here. Yeah, it's a sloop, of course, and here's the name, Tara. That's not my name. That was the previous owner named it, and I like it a lot. Sails great. If you're thinking about buying one, they really sail great. Anyway, I'll show you what happened when the water came in. You have to excuse the mess. I'm talking to my camera.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. You'll have to excuse the mess, but the electrician that's doing the repairs is not finished yet. But anyway, I'll go down the ladder and show you what happened. Well, that's the boards where we popped up to expose the bilge. That's one of the jobs we're going to do today. I think I'm going to. The boards are swollen up and they won't go back, so I think I'm going to have to grind them off on the ends a little bit. This is where the water came up to about here, and these are the new batteries and a lot of the new wiring and other things. It's a really nice job that the electrician's been doing. Anyway, it's pretty. There's the V-berth, and this is where we're putting a battery in here now. The battery was, believe it or not, underneath this forward compartment, impossible to get to. Anyway, in here was the inverter. It was a big inverter. Replacement cost is $880 or so. But we replaced. I mean, the electrician wasn't impressed with it, and he replaced it with this little guy here, this little tiny one. Anyway, we're hard at work. But here's the engine compartment, and over here you can see where the water circulates. Right here is where there was a connector made of bronze, and it slipped off there, and that's where the water came in. And it was during the night, and anyway, got the engine a little wet, but there doesn't seem to be much damage. We think the starter's okay, but we don't know for sure because we haven't been able to start it yet, but we're working on it. Hello. My name is Jim Fry. Did you like my boat? Pretty nice, huh? Anyway, one day I'm sitting here in my office, my cluttered, messy office, and I get a phone call from the harbor. My boat is sinking. So it takes me about 15 minutes to get dressed and ready to go, and half an hour to drive to the boat. And there's the maintenance guy from the dock said he saw the boat sinking, and he put aboard a pump. And it got down about 3 feet maybe. I showed on the boat, didn't I? How far it got down, over the batteries and a lot of electrical wiring and stuff. So I call my insurance company after they get it pumped out. And I bought a little pump to get the last of the water out, and I got some of the spray stuff that's supposed to get rid of salt, and sprayed it around and wiped, and, to try to protect from further loss. So I called my insurance company, which normal, right? And they adjust by email, and the adjuster emails me, and he says he wants two estimate. Everyone wants an estimate, and suggests I take it to a boatyard. Well, our local boatyard is KKMI, and they do the America's Cup boats. They're not too much interested in this job. And there's another boatyard nearby, and I went to them, and they said they have an electrician, but one that can't do this job too much. So I looked around for an electrician, and I found one. He's a retired electrical engineer living on my dock, and the guy, turns out, is just a genius. I mean, he's really great, really good job. Anyway, to save the company money, I could have got batteries that cost $80 to deliver. Instead, I took them out and dragged them over to, I mean, I'm 76 years old. These batteries ain't light. And I took them over to Costco and got replacements. I don't want to screw the insurance company, right? So I'm trying to be a good, honest, straightforward claimant. So it was impossible to get any bids because you don't know what's wrong. But I got a list. The electrician made a list of the parts he thought he'd need, a big long list. And take him. I don't know. He didn't make any estimate about the amount of time, but so the adjuster said, nothing else to do. Start work and keep him informed of the progress. Well, I thought keep him informed of the progress means that he's okayed the job, and we're gonna pay for it. So the work gets underway, and I was really impressed with this fellow's work, and finds all kinds of wires that need to be replaced and little parts, and I got a whole bag full of them. And he's working away on it, and I get a registered letter in the mail. They're declining coverage. I was in shock. Declining coverage. I mean, here I am, poor old guy, barely able to afford the dock rent on my one pleasure in life. So, and they explain in my policy, they exclude wear and tear, deterioration, mechanical or electrical failure, improper repair, corrosion, weathering, insects, mold or mildew, animals, vermin, or marine life damage. And this comes under corrosion, because what had caused the flood was there's a in the intake for the engine, there's a little fitting, and it corroded, and the hose fell off. And you buy insurance because you're not too smart, right? That's one of the reasons, anyway. Anyway, I hadn't closed the seacock, And I've discovered since that over half the people on the dock don't close their seacocks. And a broker told me, he says, when you go to look at boats that people are selling, they haven't closed the seacock in so long it won't close. Most boats, people don't close the seacocks. They're just as dumb as I am. So listen, if you're out there, close the seacock. Really? I mean, you know, prevent all this trouble. Anyway, reading the policy, of course, I would agree that an insurance company does not owe for improper repair, weathering, wear and tear, those kinds of things, you know. However, this insurance company doesn't only deny like corrosion, they deny anything that results from the corrosion. So like in this case, this little fitting corroded, it costs like $3.50. They deny everything that results as a result of this corrosion. That's the flooding. And I think this is like really unfair, because this is what you buy insurance for, right? That weathering or deterioration or so on may cause, you could lose your whole boat. I give you some examples. Say your chain plate corrodes. I mean, you wouldn't even see it. It corrodes on the inside, and one day you're out sailing, it gives way, and you lose your mast. Not covered. The mast is not covered because the chain plate is not covered. Say you have wear and tear on your anchor line, and your boat cuts loose while you're at anchor and goes aground and floods. Not covered because wear and tear is not covered. Say you have a mechanical failure of your steering gear and you crash your boat. Not covered because mechanical failure is not covered, the resulting crash is not covered. In fact, if you look at it this way, you could have an electrical failure that causes a fire. The electrical failure is not covered, therefore the fire is not covered. So what this insurance company has done really is it's eliminated payment for almost anything that could go wrong, except you know, grounding or collision at sea or something like that. It's eliminated everything else. Hey, that's really clever, right? You sell insurance and then you eliminate it all. You eliminate all possible payments. It's really very clever, and you know, you have to hand it to them. These guys stay up late at night figuring out how to screw their customers. This is the way to do it. Anyway, of course, I'm going to fight this the best I can. I can't deny that it was caused by corrosion. It was caused by the corrosion of that little part, unseen inside of a hose. So, anyway, that's the story of my woe. I better tell you the name of this company so you stay away from them. It's called Ski Safe, and the insurer is Axis Insurance Company. It says, "Dear Mr. Fry, we are the agent for Axis Insurance Company," which I'd never heard of because I thought they were named Ski Safe, which insures your 1984 caliber 28 sailboat. Which insures it? No. Which doesn't insure it, but collects premiums for insuring it. Anyway, it's called Axis Insurance Company, but they do business under the name of Ski Safe. They're at 1 Hollow Lane, Lake Success, New York. Yeah, well, that's a problem, you know, but it can be gotten around. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to, and you go to a lawyer and they say, how much is the damage? $5,000, $10,000. I don't know. It's not that much. It's probably going to be around $5,000. But no lawyer worth his mettle is going to be interested in a $5,000 claim. Even if you get him for bad faith, you only get him for $50,000, and that's, to an insurance company is nothing, and to most lawyers it's nothing. So I have to fight him on my own. And here I am, 76 years old. Oh well. Yep. Part of the joys of the golden years is the insurance companies can. Oh, if you have had a claim with these people and they've denied you think unfairly, please get in touch with me at jnfry at yahoo.com. I'm going to see if I can't get a file of people they've screwed. Maybe we can band together and become a tidal wave. Okay, thanks very much.